Hey guys, we're here at a home in Peyton, Colorado, and we are actually doing an advanced energy audit. We want to look and find out the source of any issues that are going on with energy loss. In this particular situation, they have an enormous energy bill. The local utility company limits them to only X amount of solar, and that's still not getting them where they need to actually get their bill down. So today, we're actually doing the Advanced Energy Audit. What does that mean? That means we're actually putting a blower door test in this front door right here. That blower door is going to put negative pressure, so it's going to blow air out to pull in the cold air into the house. And it's actually nice when we have cold days like this, because that difference between outside and inside helps our thermal imaging cameras and drones and all that good stuff. They can see things a lot more clearly and make those anomalies really pop out and more obvious. So we're doing the blower door test. We're going to look at their attic insulation, their crawl space, their basement. We look at your appliances, your heater, your furnace. In fact, our auditor is interviewing the homeowner right now. We look back through the history of the permits, so we know ways to upgrade that automatically based on those standards. We're also looking at an interview on electronics, any abnormal usage or draws for electricity. And really what this boils down to is homeowners don't need a solar system this size. You need a solar system that's maybe this size, and then do obvious things over here to increase the energy efficiency as a whole on your entire home. So it's a lot more beneficial to do some of these energy saving options for your home. That's not only going to save you money on your electric bill, that's going to save you money on your electric and your gas and lessen your entire footprint overall. That's our goal at Red Oak Exteriors. That's really our focus. So we want to do things to be safe, to follow the rules, and to be compliant, because ultimately we're just trying to do things right here at Red Oak Exteriors. Right now with the drone, that's going to run video and thermal at the same time, so we can look for any anomalies that the house might have and really find out where we could be saving some money in obvious spots. Let's go take a look and see what his imaging is showing up.
So there's quite a bit of heat along the bottom.
So we're seeing energy loss that's coming up over here in this section. We've got it's a dryer vent exhaust over here, but we're seeing a lot of warm air escaping right here in this section right here. And I believe that's where their crawl space starts for the master bedroom. So I bet when we look down there, we're gonna need to look at possibly doing additional insulation. So this whole caveat right here, based on the thermal drone, is something that we definitely need to take a look at. So we got some corners there, a little bit of heat loss going on in the corner section there. It's right here. Can we go back and then do a little bit of a pan trying to get the whole house? Pretty obvious. We've got tons of insulation on the left side here. But you look over here above the garage section, they have no insulation at all. So this is definitely a red flag, because heat is coming up through this section over here and is just leaking right back over into this section of the home. Just cold air, this warmth that's getting out and just releasing right out of that. Obvious leaks. You know, there's really small spots, and the cost of doing these things, you have to weigh out the efficiency. This whole area over here is colder. Yep, this whole corner here. Yep, that's a real good one, because it shows the heat over here. Yep, it should be pretty consistent. You'd be really surprised in what kind of energy savings you could do with today's thermostats that are smart, because they actually watch your pattern. They start to understand when you're leaving the house, when you're not. If you make an adjustment, you can save a really large amount. So up to 20% on your heating and cooling bill alone. So it's quite significant. So they're actually replacing some of their lights with LED. The homeowner did say that they're trying to move in that direction. So we offer an LED lighting package with most of our solar systems. We can, figure something out to to get those included, or we just set you on the path of where to get them so you can order them yourself. Either way, it's worth the energy savings by far. And just so you know, we have Dan working with this. So he's with Voltaire Engineering, and he's doing these energy audits. Has been a long passion of his. He was actually like the very first person listed as a certified blower door tester in the Pikes Peak region. So he was like the first one on it. It's been a passion of his for a long time. So we love the fact that he's available for us to really use his knowledge, his information. It's so priceless, the information that we get. And it's a passion, and you know, that's important. That's the negative pressure right there. Yeah. Okay, so we're noticing that the hatch here going into the attic has a huge amount of air coming out. So there's a underneath the trim, but then also where the attic sits down on top of it, the air's getting in. So this needs to be sealed, so we're not pulling in all this cold air and losing heat during the year. And then we look down at this window and we realize that there is a cold spot right there. And when we come up and put our hand on it, we're actually getting cold air. You can feel it. Okay, so when we were actually down in the basement, one thing that really came to my eye is you've got an outside vent right down here below in the crawl space, which was just letting outside air right in. So my reading showed that there was a little bit of a temperature difference, a cold spot here. And
yeah, so right now the temperature in this particular area, which is inside the house in the master bedroom, is somewhere between 30 and 35 degrees.
That's cool. So we're talking a direct connection
Absolutely.
Right here from outside.
Absolutely.
Cold temperatures coming right into their master bedroom.
Absolute direct connection.
Yeah.
This is the master bedroom, so you can see the effect of how the design of the home currently is and how it's causing the walls to perform.
So based on our thermal readings, I should be able to get up here and see that one, we know cold air is coming in from the outside and dumping over on the bedroom, but then two, a lot of those walls need to be sealed up because the cold air from the attic is getting right in and going into their walls, which is cooling off their bedroom, their bathroom, and everything. Okay, so we've wrapped up our energy audit. There's still a lot of data we've collected that we need to process. So it usually takes us about 72 hours to actually go through that and actually create a report. We'll prioritize the most important fixes, the most obvious fixes, all the way down to we notice these anomalies, but we do a kind of a cost analysis. Is it really worth it to chase after that little fix if it's not something that's going to be, a huge benefit, but it costs a ton of funds to go after that. So we've done the blower door test, we've looked at all the vents, we've looked in the attic, the crawl space, I looked at the furnace, the AC, the appliances of the house. So if you have multiple like refrigerators and things like that, heaters that are in the garage, all those things they all add up. And so we want to take that all into effect. And then we're going to come back and give the homeowner a proposal for a combination of a solar system and then home efficiencies that really make sense for the long run for their family. So Jeff with Red Oak Exteriors, let's do it right. Yep.